Tennessee Congressman Chuck Fleischmann. Congressman Fleischmann, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. There's so much news that broke over the weekend and, of course, the big interview on Friday. You serve on House Appropriations. You passed that Homeland Security bill. There's $5 billion in that for a border wall. What do you take on the fact that there's not been a vote on this and the president wants to see action on something he ran for when he was running for president?
Well, it's a good point. House Appropriations members and House Republicans have done their job. I am privileged to serve on the Homeland Security Appropriations Subcommittee and the full committee. We passed a robust bill for wall funding last week. We've actually passed all 12 appropriations bills in our committee. So things are looking good on the House Republican side. I think, unfortunately, Democrats are impeding this wall process, which is going to happen. The wall needs to be built. It's got to be built. I think the president's correct. We're doing our job as House Republicans. The Democrats need to step up and do the right thing and support increased funding, not only for the border wall, but all border security.
Congressman, this is Lee Carter. I'm really curious. I mean, we need to get Democrats on board with this. Are there any Democrats right now that you can engage in conversation who are willing to make some kind of compromise? We just see gridlock. We just see the message of resist, and it's frustrating. So I want to know who is willing to come to the table.
You never know with the Democratic Party. It changes week to week. But early on in the process, if you recall earlier this year, even some of the more liberal Democrats were willing to talk about wall funding in exchange for other forms of immigration reforms. So I think there is always an open dialogue. Let's face it, it's an election year. The Democrats don't have much to run on. Things are going so well in the country. The president and vice president are doing a great job. House Republicans are doing a great job. So they don't have much to run on except their rhetoric, and they go back to their broken rhetoric time and time again.
Congressman Adam Shapiro here, and I'm listening to what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, but why do you need the Democrats? You have the majority in the House, or is there problems within the Republican caucus that there are those who might not be quite as willing to pass all of the appropriation bills the House has considered?
Well, over time, you're right, we have had some problems within our own conference getting appropriations bills passed. I don't think that's going to be the problem now. I would look to the Senate if you're going to see real problems. We need 60 votes in the Senate.
Right.
That has been a constant problem. Democrats have filibustered this administration time and time again. But when you look at the basics, everything is going so well with the economy, unemployment low, consumer confidence high. And the Democrats really have nowhere to go except back to their broken rhetoric. Border security is something that the American people want and demand. The wall is a big part of that, and I think we need to have it.
No, and it's one of the main reasons that Trump was elected back in 2016. I want to switch gears to the economy. GDP grew by 4.1% for the second quarter. That's the fastest pace in nearly 4 years. As we heard earlier, the vice president did weigh in on the White House's agenda to rev up America's economy on Friday. Listen.
Couldn't be more proud to serve alongside a president who's been working every day to keep the promise he made to the American people, to roll back red tape, to cut taxes, unleash American energy. And I think this 4.1% quarter and a year that's on track for more than 3% growth is a testament to the president's leadership and his vision for this economy.
Congressman, your take on that?
Well, I think the vice president is spot on. He's correct. I give very high marks to the administration for the way that they have worked with us. But let's also give high marks to Republicans in Congress. The midterms elections are coming up. It's very important. But what did we say for years? If you reduce taxes, if you reduce regulation, if you empower entrepreneurs in America, the economy is going to respond. And wow, has it responded? It's incredible. A 4.1 growth quarter, unemployment down. This is great. And what did we see all this weekend? We saw people actually come out on the other side trying to say, well, is this an aberration? Is it going to be enough? My gosh, whether you've got 2 or 4% growth, you've got optimism. I served for the majority of my time in Congress, sadly, under an administration, the prior administration, that really was in the doldrums economically. Things were down, things were dismal. Things are up right now in America and moving in the right direction.
Do you think, though, that we've had forecasts, whether it's from the Treasury Secretary, the Vice President's talked about it, do you think it's realistic to say that we're going to see 3%, 4%, 5% economic growth over the next couple of years, and not just through the midterms, but again, to the next presidential election?
Well, working on things that we can control. Obviously, you've got regulations being lowered. That's good. You've had major tax reform at the corporate side, on the individual side, all of the basics. We have energy growth. We've got an abundance of fossil fuel reserves now, not only gas, but oil in America. The basics are very good. If the American government can get out of the way, and we're doing a good job of this, and let the American economy grow, I think we could have unprecedented growth.
Congressman Chuck Fleischmann. Congressman, it's good to have you here on this Monday. We appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.